Okay, so I'm gonna be watching a video from Tectone, which is like the Wuthering community is turning into the Genshin community. Which, gotta be honest, that kind of sounds a bit miserable. I will be honest. Also in a bit, I'll also be reacting to this video. So make sure you check that out. Whenever I post that one on my extras channel, make sure you sub to my main channel as well. For content. I was gonna say daily content, but that's a lie. But yeah, let's get straight into it.
This guy is saying the Wuthering Waves community is becoming insufferable. Now, I will say, I think a lot of the irritability in the Wuthering Waves community has come from them having to deal with the Genshin Impact community for so long that it's driven them crazy. And let me tell
you, the Genshin community has affected them.
When you're a sane
Genshin's coronavirus,
human being and you have to deal with crazy people who won't leave you alone for years, it's enough to make you crazy too. And it fucking sucks. Trust me. I would know. And so I kind of understand why the Wuthering Waves community has become so more vitriolic in nature lately due to the fact that, well, think about what they had to deal with. It's like the same thing.
Yeah, it's like if someone's being harsh to you, you probably got to be more likely to be harsh back, right?
Happened when Nicholas was going to try Genshin Impact or Zenless Zero. A lot of people were saying, nah, fuck that shit. Do not play that shit woo-wah better. And here's the thing, Wuthering Waves is better. You know, we can always let people try Genshin and Zenless Zone Zero, because here's the thing, guys. Be more confident in your victories. You know Wuthering Waves is a better game regardless. If someone were to go play Genshin Impact after Wuthering Waves, do you really think they're going to enjoy it more? No, probably not. And if they do, well, then that's good, and they should play the game that they like. But yeah.
It's just so cringe, like, people, like, White Knight, like, fucking their games and shit. It's like, bro, just let people play the games they like to play. It's like, I will be honest. Genshin isn't my favorite game of all time. It's not. Right now, it's my favorite game, but that's because, well, with how powerful my computer is, I can't really play any other games. But if I got to play every game I've wanted to play, like, Genshin probably wouldn't be my favorite right now. Do you want to know what my favorite game of all time is? I'm pretty sure it's City Skylines. Like, those are my favorite. The city builders and stuff are my favorite genre, but I can't play City Skylines 2 on my computer, and I can't play it on Xbox because it's not fucking out yet. So, like, if I could play City Skylines 2 right now, that would probably be my favorite game right now, but I can't play it, so Genshin is. And I have to play that game on low settings as well.
This is a disclaimer before the video starts. This video will not be covering anything related to the anniversary rewards in Wuthering Waves or Zenless Zone Zero. While on that subject matter, however, I am 100% aware that the ZZZ's community and their poor handling of the situation is no doubt a primary reason why we're in this predicament in the first place.
Yeah, they're just using the anniversary rewards to shit on Wuthering Waves, which, let's be honest, 2.4, I mean, we all can agree 2.4 is way better, it's gonna be way better than 2.3, right?
With that being said, though, I believe a fight fire with fire approach was not the solution the Wuthering Waves community should have taken in response
even YouTube's like
to this matter.
Yeah, it is. Hey, fuck them. They want to be annoying, be annoying back. You know what I'm saying? Like,
True, like, if someone punches you, it's self-defense to punch back, right? So, hey.
This is what I'm saying, like, I totally get why people act this way. Because, like, I'm so tired of motherfuckers saying, be the
so
bigger
mean to
man,
you, be mean back.
Man. Bro, dealing with these
someone punches you, you punch them back like 5 times as hard.
Motherfuckers sucked ass. Like, legit. It sucked ass. It was like dealing with, like, fucking retarded children for years.
It's because they are retarded children, obviously he knows that. But it's like, the thing is, if we did ban, like, that, like, social media and, like, stuff from, let's say, 16 under, because I feel like most countries in the world are 16 plus. We do 16 under to, like, take in, like, most of the, like, community and stuff. Bro, that's like 60%, 70% of the community we will not have to deal with. And that would be so nice, because most of this shit comes from people like under 16, under 18. Like, holy shit, it's so annoying. Like, these people are so annoying.
Right? Like
the children on the internet are like, holy shit. Fucking play, like, I don't know, stick fights with your friends with sticks. Obviously.
You gotta understand, like the reason why everybody's so upset with the Wuwa community.
Oh yeah, I forgot the parents are shit. Sorry.
Is because we did exactly what Genshin Impact did to other players for years. Yeah, try playing Tower of Fantasy about Genshin Impact being brought up every 5 fucking seconds. Imagine playing anything slightly related to Genshin without it being brought up every 5 seconds. Brother, even their own games. When I try to play ZZZ, why aren't you just playing Genshin? When I try to play Hawkeye Star Rail, why aren't you just playing Genshin? And now the thing is, the Genshin community know they lost, and now they gon' cry. I don't blame anybody.
It's so
I don't
cringe.
blame anybody for being like this.
This will only further escalate tensions between the communities, as all anyone ever wants to do
Good, fuck 'em, who cares?
Is point fingers and say they started it.
I mean, if you just don't want to deal with it, just, I mean, obviously don't go on Twitter and you're good. But then I guess, like, if you're a streamer, you got to deal with the shit. I mean, I guess because I'm extremely small, like, I don't deal with this shit. I just play, like, the games I want to play. And that's it. Like, also, I'm doing a little bit of, like, variety, which obviously doesn't get as many views. Like, gotta be honest, like, there are some massive outliers on my fucking, like, YouTube channel. Like, Jesus Christ. Like, Honkai Star Rail 3.3. Was it 3.2 or 3.3? 3.3. Right, the 3.3 story, holy shit, that went into the algorithm like fucking crazy. I don't know what happened there. Like, Jesus Christ. Was that like one of the... No, I wasn't the only person who posted. I don't know what the fuck happened to it. Like, and I literally, like, the past 3 weeks, I got, like, my 3rd most viewed video on my channel. It's like, I don't know how. Like, Jesus Christ. Like, some videos, like, they just don't go out. Some of them, they just spiral out of control. Like, it's crazy. And I haven't really had to deal with it, even on those videos.
Yeah, but here's the thing.
Obviously,
okay,
I'm extreme
so let's just be completely real. What's your name? Avocado Zodan. Which game came out first? Genshin. By 4 years. There's no way for Wuthering Waves to have started it since even before Wuthering Waves came out and the trailers were released, Genshin Impact was already saying that game will be dead in 1 fucking month. So just mathematically.
It's nice that I didn't hear any of that because I just didn't care, bro.
We all know who started it, right? We all know who started. Genshin Impact's player base punched first, and that is the bottom line. So let's just acknowledge the objective.
Well, otherwise, it's just
defending. You know where the dislike button is. Should you disagree with my opinions on this matter? On with the video.
And the thing that might piss me off the most about this situation is this dude sitting here in this dev talk with a straight fucking face as he has this whole sheer force rupture fucking miasma mechanic just hidden in his asshole, right? Set on vibrate. What the fuck?
What?
You're talking about how you're gonna fix the fucking game. How you're gonna make sure that the game's in a better state and then introduce this fucking miasma mechanic.
I've heard a lot of bad things about some type of miasma mechanic and how Yi Zhuan apparently obliterates it and every other character struggles to beat it. And then I saw some guy.
I mean, I just did the 2.0 story. I literally did it yesterday. That should be out tomorrow on my main channel if you want to check that out when it comes out tomorrow. It was good. It was good. I think it. I did say like it was like too long, but I was like I took that back straight away because I forgot I did have like a 40-minute break in between to take care of personal business. Anyway, but it's like if you don't know the miasma mechanic is like it's like if a boss hits you in like the area with miasma and stuff, or like an enemy hits you, like our bar at the bottom fills up. What happens when it fills up? I gotta be honest, I didn't read at all. I don't know, and I never got it to max. I don't know. So, but I don't even know what happens. Do you take damage? I fucking don't even know. But obviously I had Yi Xuan like pretty much the whole time. So
I told me it wasn't an issue, but that guy was also using like M2 units to beat it. So I got no idea what this shit's about, but I know that it's not released in the game yet. So I guess when it comes out, I'll find out for myself.
There's no way. Bro was actually just lying.
I was not sure.
He was actually just lying for 14 minutes.
Is it as bad as TV though? Is it as bad as the TVs though? Because the thing is, by the way, the thing is, the devs did say this will be like limited to no power creep. They did say that. I don't know how strong Yi Xuan is compared to every other unit, but we'll see.
The most noticeable change
Charts, I guess.
is in the map design. We've completely revamped the entire map experience.
Gotta be honest, as a person who loves like these sort of like the 3D maps, I love the look of them. Obviously, I love the look of cities and stuff. Also, I like the look of nature. So that's a bit contradictory, I know. I like the look of both, but I love the way they look of cities and stuff. And this just like has that like effect on my brain. It's like I love the look of this. It just looks nice in my opinion. But that's just a person who loves the look of like architecture and stuff.
And integrate the residential areas with compact zones.
I don't know. It looks so nice. I love it. I know you could.
Let's be real. I obviously, I obviously got to take everything that Saint Tontas says versus ZZZ with a grain of salt. He is right about a lot of things, but to let's just acknowledge, he probably gets erect every single time he shits on Zelda Zone Zero. Let's just be real. He does. It is a fact.
Zelda Zone Zero. Wait, that's the actual name of the game? Huh. No. YouTube's teaching me things I didn't.
So I just want to make sure before I go in on any information that I can check it myself. And that goes for a lot of content creators as well. I think a lot of content creators are very thirsty to get a headline, and I'm going to wait and see whether my
Genshin Impact is dead. I guess I did kind of do that. I mean, gotta be honest, I've reacted to like Tectone's video and it'd be like holding like, is Genshin Impact good? That got some dislikes for people who didn't even watch the video, because if you watch the video, you know that Genshin's my favorite game right now. Obviously obviously there's a lot of aspects that I think are not great, obviously, but I play for the story. Obviously the story's not 100% fleshed out. Anyway, if you want to know my opinions on that, just check out that.
We've redesigned the travel system, changing from the original sliding area
I will be honest, like, I don't like how you have to scroll. Like, I said this during, like, the main quest. These need to be half the size. They need to chop this in half, make the icon smaller, and put the name underneath. And then you could do everything on one screen without scrolling. That is what they need to do. Like, just chop all these icons in half. They don't need to be this fucking big, in my opinion.
Selection system to a larger map format. We're also improving the UI experience.
My opinion.
We also added a mini-map to the interface, along with the navigation features. Proxies can now select their destination.
And I don't like the map on the normal screen when you're like playing the game. Like it feels very clunky. It feels very clunky. There's too much shit going on the screen at the same time. I think obviously just M to go to the map. Like I just don't like how like there's another thing covering up the screen. It just feels like there's too many things going on now.
Clear understanding of new areas.
Like this ain't fucking Fortnite. You don't need to know everything.
Is the result of our team's blood, sweat, and dedication. Our team has put in quite a bit of effort to ensure.
Oh yeah, is Ellen good now? Like I haven't heard anything to do with Ellen and her buff at all. Is it good?
Our characters are relatively future-proof and have long-term value.
How much stronger is she?
Charm isn't just about mindlessly beefing up their stats. While maintaining each character's unique traits, we will strategically enhance their unique traits, rather than just simply boosting their damage output.
Okay.
About a week ago, I made a video attempting to de-escalate the situation that was the fallout of two gacha communities clashing with each other despite both games being absent of any overlap in design or...
Like, fucking hell, you could play fucking both of these games. Like, they're both casual-ass games that you can play in, like... Wuthering Waves is like the fastest you can complete it in if it's not a double, like, echo thing. Which, gotta be honest, I'm gonna be like that. I hate it when it's the double echo farm thing. I hate it. Because, like, it takes 2 times as long to farm everything because you have to use 60 of your stamina instead of 120. So it literally takes 2 times longer to complete it. So I'm the person that hates it because I just want to get it done. Like it just takes like longer than it needs to. But like Wuthering Waves, even with that, it's still probably the quickest to complete. Oh no! Actually, CCC is actually really quick, but at one point you do have to use your stamina. so you can keep doing the coffee thing. But I think both these games are real quick. You can get these done like in under 10 minutes in a day. Like you can literally play both. It's not that hard.
For someone to choose one over the other. Yet all it took was the Wuthering Waves 2.0 live stream reveal for any progress I could have made to be completely drowned.
2.4, but anyway.
You win some, you lose more.
Is this AI? I don't know.
Saint doesn't play ZZZ, so why is he talking? I believe
he does, but he's like, I think, does he play it casually? I
believe Saint plays Zenless Zone Zero like almost as much as every other ZZZ content creator. I think that's a pretty shit take. I've actually seen Saint does play a lot of ZZZ.
Found out by the obnoxious, loud, extremist crowd.
But he's terrible at it. I mean, he's better than EO. People call EO good. So yeah, I don't know, man. I feel like that's a shit take. Anyways.
Yeah, probably better than the person that commented that.
Resume their crusade of putting other games down and
Bro, 2.4, this is gonna go fucking insane. I'll be doing this Friday. I'll be doing the quest Friday because Wednesday I'm doing Honkai Impact. I want to leave a day. I would usually do this quest Thursday, but I just want to leave a day. So I'll be doing this quest Friday, and I cannot wait. Oh my god! Also, on my extra channel, I do like entering certain patch for the first time videos. And during that part, during those videos, it's usually now when I pull the character. So make sure you check that out if you want to see me pull Cardathea, which is obviously on my extras. Those get published on my extras channel.
In some cases, taking it a step beyond that.
I should check that out.
As someone who plays both, yet has a preference towards Zenless Zone Zero.
I gotta be honest, I barely play ZZZ. But I'm gonna be doing a live stream. I don't know when this is gonna be out. Hopefully out before I do the live stream today. I'll be doing plates of Fortnite, then some ZZZ events, and then, yes, I'm uninstalling Aethea Restart in that stream. So, well, that stream or the stream tomorrow, I will be uninstalling. Because, gotta be honest, I didn't play Aethea Restart, and I felt so good. I don't know why. Ever since I started playing Aethea Restart, I felt stressed the fuck out, like, 24/7. I don't know what happened. As soon as I didn't worry about playing it, the stress just disappeared. It was so weird. It was like, because you had to play 2 times a day, and then you had to stay on the game for fucking ages because there's no auto battler that does the battle instantly, like Eversoul does. It just felt like not great, and I just want to stay away from it. It was stressing me the fuck out. Like, Jesus Christ. Even when I was, like, sleepy, I was, like, stressing out, bro.
For its small.
I don't know why.
And
he spreads myself on the miasma mechanic. Yeah, we'll see when it comes out.
Art style, you could say I've been deep in enemy lines for some time now, and the insane degree to which ZZZ lives rent-free in these people's heads is a level of tribalism I have never seen before. Not with the older generations of console wars, not with the Call of Duty versus Battlefield.
I don't know, the console wars is kind of crazy. I mean,
not even with the previous attempts to dethrone Genshin Impact.
Then you weren't in there deep enough.
I mean, do you know who is in someone's head all the time? Aspergold's always in Hassan's head all the time. So I don't think you can beat that one.
It was horrible. It was so bad. It was so bad. Like, Genshin Impact players kind of admitted that they lost, though. They don't have a leg to stand on anymore. Genshin already knows they fucking got bodied. Right? I mean, even the Rev report shows that in global, Wuthering Waves is making more. So they got no leg to stand on right now.
Hey, Skirk's gonna change the game. Well, I guess that patch that month was mostly... I know I'm coping here. I was say it's Scoffier and... It was the Scoffier and then obviously reruns. And obviously people are saving for Skirk. So, but we'll see that. I guess the big one's going to be 5.7 and we'll see at the end, at the start of... It's June, right? Okay, okay, we'll see at the start of July. I didn't get that fucked up. Yeah, we'll see at the start of July how much money Genshin makes this month. I'm very curious to see. And also will Star Rail 2.4 be out by then? I think it will, right? Get to see also how much the Fate collab will make. Two Hoyoverse games who probably will be on top of both of them on top of the charts for July. But obviously take the charts with a grain of salt as well. But yeah.
The amount of cherry-picking and omission of meaningful discussion is dizzying, to say the least, as ZZZ is only ever talked about with the intent to put a hit on it. You know, normally I don't think much about Saint being accused of not knowing how to play ZZZ, but when Caesar, the defense agent, is your aggregate for not doing any damage against this new boss in a heavily curated Yi Zhuan advertisement put out by ZZZ creators, then maybe you really shouldn't be speaking on matters of endgame content. The gross obsession with changes and implementations of endgame content content which never accounts for more than a couple hours total of stuff to do in any given month of a gacha's patch cycle, yet these CCs want you to believe that it's the only thing that matters in these games. The downplaying, outright ignoring, or even negative spin of the new welcoming features added to the game.
I do think that the end game is very, very, very important. I don't think we should be downplaying how important it is, right?
I mean, I think I've played the end game once.
It is something that people look forward to.
That bit away from
cycle. Right, so making sure that it's well and properly balanced and enjoyable for all characters is like very important. Because like other than that, like it's only a couple of hours. Okay, well like on a day-to-day basis, you can really only do a couple minutes of meaningful content for like grinding your stamina. So like it is like the longest form of entertainment that you can have in the game.
And the constant need to label everyone.
And it is also what everybody's aiming to beat, right? Like that's everybody's big goal, right? Like if you were to play a game and the final boss was disappointing, it would ruin the game for you.
Within the space as some elitist loser or a mindless gooner. Not even Honkai Star Rail at the height.
I don't think Zenless Zone Zero players are mindless gooners. I think they're enlightened gooners.
Of its negativity in version 3.0.
It's like the best gooning.
Treated this unfairly, as despite the endgame power creep discussion continuing to break new records, the game was still given the decency to be judged fairly on its story and gameplay content. It wasn't good, mind you, but at least HSR had its day in court, so to speak. ZZZ, however, has not.
The thing with this HSR story is that obviously my main gripe with it, I think the story is good. Like I do like the story, but it's like it's too long. You know, like I think for me, like 7 fucking hours. It's even 6.5 hours. It took me 6.5, because I did like shorten some of it like manually myself. Like it's like I got like a short description of stuff instead of the long description. I chose that, and it made the quest obviously shorter. It's just too long. Like, I think a quest needs to be 4.5 hours max for me. Like, 5 hours is like, oh, Jesus Christ, okay. We're going. We're doing this, alright. But, like, 4.5 hours is, like, absolute max for me. And that's how long the ZZZ story took me. My absolute max.
Even been given the decency of speaking for itself.
But you can still start the CB going, oh, Jesus.
Situations like this that genuinely make me believe that games like Zenless Zone Zero and even the upcoming Arknight's Enfield would fare far better if they were more niche titles that weren't thrusted into the mainstream's gaze, as all big names in the...
No, it's really good to be in the mainstream space because you're always being talked about. Like, Arikado Zoden, you know how I shit on Genshin Impact all the time? I guarantee you, even me shitting on Genshin Impact brings more players in that didn't know about the game than deter them. Because people always want to try things for themselves.
Yeah, definitely when like, obviously Tectone saying it's shit. It gets people curious to see how shit it is, and then obviously they fall into the rabbit hole and then go, oh my god, it's amazing, and then they keep playing. He lied. Oh no, and then they probably go to the rabbit hole saying it's good and everything. And then boom, they got another player.
Right, and I think that's great that everybody approaches everything with skepticism, right? So like I know I bring a lot of people into Genshin, and probably a lot of people in my chat still play Genshin, even though I don't like it. And I'm okay with that. I don't care what game you play, right? As long as you're being respected as a
I feel like if you judge like, yeah, it's like if you judge like someone's character and you say you hate someone because of a game they play, Jesus, man. That's wild.
That's all I care about. And that you're spending responsibly. So, you know, it is a good thing to be brought up in every conversation. Like, even being called a Genshin killer, people call it a death sentence. No, it's not. It's actually a great thing. It made a lot more people play TOF than originally would have.
Like, it's still making over $1 million a month, which is kind of wild.
Gacha space are heading towards the same homogeneous, bland, and empty open world design that has been butchered by the very nature of how gacha game design dictates content and account progression implementation. To go off topic for a moment here, the reason why I have frequently praised Girls Frontline 2...
By the way, I do not explore in any of these games at all, even Genshin, I don't explore.
...videos, and will continue to do so, is that Girls Frontline 2 has the advantage of being a genre of gacha game that is so far removed from the mainstream appeal that it completely removes itself from the Sauron's eye that is the post-Hoyoverse audience. It can do whatever it wants at whatever pace it wants.
Yeah, it definitely doesn't get anything to do with Hover, like the Hover's community, which is nice. Obviously, I do play Girls Frontline, even if I don't post it on YouTube. Obviously, like the main game I play, the game I play most consistently out of every single gacha I play is Eversoul. Like I play that every single night, like every single night. Like I'm not lying. I started playing the game like the start of 2022. Out of all of that, I have missed a max of like a week. A max a week. And that's spread out over the 2 years. And that's it. I have played every single day of that game. It's wild. Like, I don't know how I've played that game the most consistent of every single one, but...
While offering an experience...
Because I got a routine with the game. I literally got a routine where I play it.
Anywhere else. And financially, it's doing just fine and carving out its own niche from the toxic, self-destructive breeding grounds that is the Big Four.
True.
Yeah, I bet
nice.
you would have done better if it was in the conversation for like the biggest gacha games, right? Because that's just more publicity, and people need to understand any publicity is good publicity, straight up. Like it probably would have just been doing better. You know what I'm saying? So like I don't really know what this comparison's for.
The models get even more detailed.
And also, I believe Girls Frontline's revenue has been dropping off, besides their big unit with the girl who rides the motorcycle. So yeah, it probably would have done better if it was being talked about as much as the other games are.
Forget big enough.
But yeah, the Girls Frontline 2 community is nice, but I don't really think game developers make games and think, I just really want my community to be nice. I think they think, how much money
get the most money? Yeah,
our own unique label like Hoyo Shiller.
Tectone,
obviously, because yeah, they're a business.
A side gacha though, every gacha is a side gacha.
Yeah.
No gacha is a main gacha. Every gacha is a side gacha.
Or Kurobot. Maybe we can get something related to feet. Any of you?
I mean, the only one that probably will break the mold of being like a more mainstream game you have to play is probably Ark Knights Enfield, but I mean, I'm not playing that, by the way, but yeah.
That watch me on the regular take issue with St. Tontos and wonder why I hang around with his community. I guess now's the best time for me to explain. Truth be told, my opinions of the #1 Kurobot were mixed for the longest time before I made my original critique of him some time ago. With time, I learned to live with the idea of keeping someone around who I would disagree with at times, as I found it helpful for myself to learn and have perspective on those whom I don't share opinions with.
It's always good to disagree with
especially
people.
now since I am a content creator, and it is in my best interest to not develop a closed-off mindset. While on the topic of Saint, I very much appreciate what he has done for the growth of my channel, as well as his community. I thank you guys very much. However, I have indeed been disappointed with his approach to critique at times. For example, his react to my apples to orange video, while generally agreeing together on some subject matters in the video, I felt as if his react missed the point of the discussion, as Saint would frequently take opportunities in the video to put down ZZZ inside the reaction to a video that was attempting to tell both sides to turn down the heat. Wuthering Waves as a game was a late bloomer in the gacha scene. It wasn't until the release of 2.0 that the game could finally step out of the shadow that was Genshin Impact and deliver something truly
I like step out of the shadow of like the story being, you know, like not the guys. I think the story for like the end of like 1 point, the O arc was like fun.
Zenless Zone Zero in
I would say that's a pretty fair take. I think Wuthering Waves 2.0 completely saved the game. 1.0's launch was insane, but after very weak patches,
the free shit you got.
1.2, it kind of fell to the wayside.
Don't remind me of 1.2. Jesus Christ. That was like the most miserable time I've had with that game. Holy shit. Wait, or was it 1. No, it was 1.2, right? The fucking lantern right lookalike. Bro, Jesus Christ, that patch was fucking wild. Like, I didn't even complete the quest. I gave up on the quest and just watched the cutscene on YouTube. You can check my reaction. I gave up. I was like, I ain't doing this shitty-ass quest anymore, bro. The quest fucking sucks. Sorry, I'm getting way too into it. Like, I didn't even claim the free character you got because I don't classify a character free if you have to spend hours just to fucking get it. If you have to spend hours just to get a free character, like, Jesus. So I ain't doing that shit, bro. Like, I don't classify that as a free because you're spending your time at that point.
A lot of player interest was dropping rapidly.
Anyway,
2.0 just fucking slam dunked it, bro. Like 2.0 is fucking insane. Like Wuthering Waves is doing so good now that it's even actually overtaken Genshin Impact interest in a lot of like key demographics. Like I think what's the good Korea and what's the bad Korea? North bad, south good. Yeah, I know. Wuthering Waves player interest is actually higher.
What do you mean North is good? I'm joking. That was a joke. Jesus Christ.
In South Korea than Genshin Impact, which is like a huge metric to fucking take over.
In that same regard is a flower that has yet to bloom. Yet despite this, everyone is looking for an opportunity to choke the very life out of it in the wake of their crusade against Genshin Impact and their 5-year-long dissatisfaction with it long after they have stopped playing it. Now, coupled with the recent implosion that was Honkai Star Rail. Is Zenless Zone Zero dead? No, it's not dead. Its incomplete and accurate revenue chart is not the smoking gun you think it is. At best, it's a smoking pipe with how many times you people take a hit off of it and start spewing nonsense. Zenless
Zone Zero is doing fine.
The
good news is it's doing the worst out of all the big Hoyo games, which means the developers are going to listen the most. Remember, guys, the less a game makes, the less the characters wear. The less a game makes, the more the developers.
I mean, the new Yeesh Red skin is. I want to see. I need to see a video of like the back of it and like a more detailed like view of it because holy shit, I want to see like.
Zone Zero as a game will continue to do its thing regardless of what the rabid online crowd will have you think. If you are someone who continues to enjoy ZZZ, do not engage with those.
I mean, the big four technically is Love and Deep Space. And whoever the top 4 is. I mean, technically, one of the big 4 for months has been Love and Deep Space, obviously. Like,
to stir the pot. They had their chance to be reasonable when Hoyoverse removed the TV mode from the game as an extension of goodwill, and they reciprocated that goodwill by mocking Hoyo at every turn as a company who can only do right by removing content. The very same content they themselves wanted removed.
Yeah, but you don't see how that's like a bad thing, though? Because, like, let's be real. Like, Zenless Zone Zero making good changes is removing, like, the bad content. And that happens, like, so many... Like for example, like, what's the biggest change that people want from Genshin Impact right now? Remove what days you have to be on in order to farm specific talents and materials. Yeah. Right? Like, the biggest, best changes that Genshin Impact, Honkai Star Rail, and ZZ can make are removing the content that nobody wants to do, right? Like, the biggest thing that people want in HSR is a skip button on the story. So, like, even though that's what people are
same thing with Genshin as well.
For, it's kind of bad that they have to ask for that, don't you think? Because the developer should already know,
not forcing you.
This isn't good.
They're forcing you to do something you don't want to do in the game.
If that right there isn't an indication that they just want Zenless Zone Zero dead and gone, then I don't know what is. This will be the last.
I mean this genuinely, like, people just want games to be good. Like, straight up. Like, people really do just want games to be good. I really don't think there's any, like any serious...
Genshin community hearing that in shambles.
People wanting Zenless Zone Zero to die. Like, I think if Zenless Zone Zero... Like, I think a lot of people are actually very excited to play 2.0. My community isn't like this. I'll just be real. My community, from what I've seen, once again, maybe there's some business going on behind my back that I haven't noticed, but I think everybody's just kind of excited for 2.0, and people want it to succeed, including myself. I'm going to play it. Hopefully it's great. But yeah, I don't think anybody wants it to die. I mean, where's all the good porn going to come from then? You know what I mean? So,
hey, people just got to get the rigs and rig their own characters. Can you do that? I actually have zero clue.
Well, my chat is mainly just enlightened gooners, and we all appreciate Zhu Yuan's ass, right? So, like, yeah.
Last time I discussed this matter in regards to the Wuthering Waves community,
I forget Zhuan exists in the game, I've got to be honest,
and their hate boner towards Zenless Zone Zero. Assuming nothing crazy happens going forward, I will simply look on to enjoying both games' respective patches that are right around the corner. But until then, this was a video I wish
is this a stream in real life? Bro, how did they do it?
Have to make, and I'm clocking out.
Yeah, I don't think you had to make that. I have a feeling that Saint probably debunked the fuck out of that video. I really don't think it's that bad, to be completely honest. And I'll be real, like, any hate that Hoyoverse is getting right now, they brought upon themselves. And that's
true, they brought the hate. Yeah, they said they started hating first, so it makes sense. But yeah, let me know if you think that Wuthering Waves community is getting worse, or do you think it's fine? I mean, gotta be honest, I'm not on that side of the spectrum of the community to like know what 100% is going on. I don't really look into it that much, but oh my god, there's another one. Oh Jesus Christ, there's another one for me to watch. Anyway, I hope everyone enjoy it, and yeah, let's see you on the next one. Peace.